If you if you have an art or some kind of a hobby, you're going to be more mentally stable. You just are. You're going to be more relaxed. You're not going to be thinking about these problems in your life all the time. It's going to give your mind some time to take a break. You got to get a break. Your brain needs a break, or else this is what happens if you don't get a break. I was there not too long ago. It happens. So one thing that I see that I've noticed in life in my 46 glorious years, avoiding heart surgery and getting pacemakers put in. Joking aside, the one thing I really, especially now that I'm in my 40s, I find like the people who are really the most shattered and like lost and just depressed are like those that don't have any kind of a passion or a hobby. I hate the word hobby because hobby makes it sound like it's just there. You know what I mean? You want something that's really a daily, like something you have to do. Okay, I notice that people that don't have that, you know, it's a harder haul, I think, without it. I'm lucky. I don't know what it's like. Man, this isn't about me today, but even myself, I'm going through some shit. If I didn't have this guitar to go to every time I freaked out, I mean, I do my angry push-ups. I mean, that's another way to do it is work out. If you're having any kind of stress in life or any problem, work that shit out. I think it's the best way as long as you're capable. But do whatever you can. But I can't do any more push-ups, man. I'm not in shape enough, and so I got my guitar. When I have problems, and you need something in life, even if you have kids and a busy schedule. Um, I like the guitar just because, and I recommend it. If you don't know what to do, but you've always liked music, pick an instrument. Pick something that's quiet though, like piano. You can put headphones in. Like a keyboard. Um, Singing's tough. Some people don't want to hear that shit, especially if you're practicing. But find something that you really, or just go driving in your car. But find something that you can just do and pick up. I find that, I was talking to a good friend just the other day who's having some real hard times too, and dealing with some trying to get off antidepressants, and he feels like he's like in despair because he has nothing. Like he goes, man, I wish I had the guitar like you. I don't even have any passion in life. He goes, there's nothing that really excites me. And I thought about that. We're gonna work on that and we found out he does have passions, but he just didn't think like, oh, I don't know if I could do that. It's like, yeah, why not? Like, why can't you play piano at age 45? It's not about the results. It's about keeping your brain together and keeping your shit together. Quite honestly, it's about not losing it. This is the toughest. I think it's I mean, it's easy for me to say now. This is the only era I've lived in, but this has to be the most mentally challenging time period to live in for just normal common citizens that aren't like under pressure in some at some high responsible job or in government or something like that or in military. Like it's stressful month to month, week to week for people who never worried about groceries and bills and that. Like there's new pressures and new so you're probably going to say, well, you ain't got time for hobbies, Jay. And you may have a point, but try to shoehorn something into your life that's just for you, and don't make it about the results. That's the thing. So many people don't start. I hate when I hear that. I hate when I hear like, "Well, I'll never be good as Eddie Van Halen, so what's the point? I'll never be good as Joe Bonamassa. I'll never be as big as Arnold, so what's the point? I'm going to just enjoy my food and just be a fat slob." That's so awful. If you think that, you need to re-examine yourself because that's don't say that out loud. It's an awful thing to say. And think about how sad that is. You're only going to have this one life, and you're going to say, F it. I'm already 50. Screw it. But what if you live to 88? You got 38 more years. If you started doing the thing you love, or working out, or both, imagine what you could accomplish in 1 year if you just had fun with it. And that's the key. I found myself getting crazy again with the band stuff, with my guitar playing, with life in general. I'm staring at everything and I'm like, it's not here yet. I'm not as good yet. I'm not as rich yet. I'm not as popular yet. Well, not that popular. I don't have enough subscriptions, subs yet. All this stuff, and it's like, if you do that, every day is going to be even more miserable. The whole point of these things, the YouTube channel, the guitar playing, all this stuff, it's to get your mind unwound and relaxed so you can make other decisions in life, you know. And if you're drinking, you got to stop that shit. Listen, nobody drank more than me. And it's sooner or later you're going to find out it's garbage. So you can't make clear decisions when you got a clouded brain. You just can't. But man, when you have something to focus on, you know, I don't know any other hobbies, interests, something that you can do though all the time. Not something that, you know, you need something that you can do daily it's, you know, practical, you know. Um, but something that really gets you, no matter how bad of a day you're having, you know, if you're going through a divorce, if you're going through some crazy stuff, you job loss, a health problem, whatever, you're going to have that one thing that just keeps you interested. Even if you can't do it, then you could read YouTube. Like I was in the hospital, I didn't have my guitar, but I was reading about guitar. I was testing myself on the flat key signatures that I still suck at, trying to memorize those, trying to visualize the fretboard, and trying to test myself, like different things like keys and stuff like that. So have a passion, have something that you're always kind of looking at or listening to, or, you know, podcast. Gardening could be a great one. Gardening's probably a really good one. I'm in Buffalo, so I only got like 6 months, maybe 5 months of gardening, and I do it. But I can't see for me. I couldn't depend on that. Well, I guess I could bring stuff inside. I guess you can make it work. But it's about the enjoyment of the process, and the more you lighten up, even the pros, man. I was watching this thing with Scott Henderson. He's an amazing fusion jazz, incredible guitar player. And he was just talking about gigs and like how sometimes, you know, he has a bad night. They were talking about having a bad night. And he said, I find out like when I'm overthinking stuff and trying to pull off certain things with the band and we're all trying, it's like it sounds forced. It sounds like shit. Because when we all just joke around beforehand and we're all just say, hey, let's just go out there and have fun. I mean, yeah, you still try, but you don't have this vice grip on your brain the whole time. You're just doing it like you're a kid playing with your toys. You didn't have any goal. We didn't have any goals when we were kids. When I play with these wrestlers the first time around, I mean, if you look at the back, I got to clean him up. He's dirty. But I wasn't thinking about, you know, oh, in 40 years, I'm going to use this as a mic stand on YouTube. I should keep it nicer. No, man, I'm having fun with the toys. Same thing with the guitar, same thing with everything. Just dive into it, make mistakes, break strings, but enjoy the process. Don't say, well, if I can't be as good as Eddie Van Halen in 1 year, I hate to say that, but if I can't play like this song in 1 year, then I'm just going to quit. Right off the bat, you're putting pressure on. And the whole point of the thing is to get pressure off of your life. So you're not looking like Jim Cornette here. Got a wrestling theme tonight, wrestling theme. But that's how you want to try to this life is so crazy. You got to have something. And everyone has interests, you know. Maybe we can't afford all our interests, but find a way that you can do it. Even if it's something that's maybe you have a hobby that's like, I don't know, custom cars, but your bank account doesn't say it, and you know, and you're living in an apartment, so you have nowhere to put a car. You know, find something. I mean, everyone loves music. That's why I say if you have any interest at all in, I love the guitar because you could just grab it and go, even not plugged in. You could just play it and hear it close by. It's, you know, it doesn't bother people. You can take it anywhere, and they make smaller ones. Um, and I know I'm being biased. That's what I love. It's my passion. You know, do your thing. If it's art, if it's art, that's great. You can create art anywhere. If it's photography, beautiful. You can take that anywhere. That just gets your mind off of whatever the hell is stressing you. We can only put so much pressure and stress on the problems. At some point, you have the solution. It's just you're going through the suck part of it, you know. I'm going through some suck parts now, man. And whether it's a divorce or a money issue or you're behind or until that's over, you could do one of two things. You could either just hold it and be miserable and white knuckle the whole time. But guess what? As soon as you pay that bill off, or as soon as the divorce is over, or as soon as you find that soulmate, then after a little bit of time, there's going to be another obstacle. Something's going to pop up all the time. So you need to have ways to mentally deal with these things. And I think when you have you know, even having a heavy bag, if you like martial arts at all, you know, do these things that are productive and you know, don't go out drinking and pissed off because then you're going to get in a fight or do something stupid. Then you're going to have more problems. That's where the alcohol, you know, I'm hoping, and this is the point of the old head advice. This is why I give a shit and come on YouTube. Not everyone has I'm never going to claim to have answers. All we can do is take the information that's available and make the best choice for ourselves. And guess what? It still might be wrong. But all you're doing is giving yourself a better percentage at a better life. That's all we're doing here. When you're working out, you have a better chance of staying healthy, feeling good every day, waking up nice, sleeping better, avoiding illness. If you have an art or some kind of a hobby, you're going to be more mentally stable. You just are. You're going to be more relaxed. You're not going to be thinking about these problems in your life all the time. It's going to give your mind some time to take a break. You got to get a break. Your brain needs a break, or else this is what happens if you don't get a break. I was there not too long ago. It happens. So have a passion, but don't look at just the results. Don't say, all right, I'm going to do a YouTube channel, but if I don't get 50 subscribers and at least by the end of the month, I'm done with this. Things take time. This algorithm is it's a mind fuck. I know it is. How could they possibly get all the right videos at first to the right people? I mean, if you think about it, so you can't take it personal. I can't take it personal. You know, uh, I know that if I know there's whatever 300 people that watched it a couple videos ago, there's probably 3,000 more. They just got to get to the right people. So I'm gonna keep plugging along. You keep doing the same thing, but it has to be fun, man. That's the thing. Make it fun. Just have fun with it. I played, and I gotta actually. That's sometimes your hobby becomes a job. Like I have gigs coming up, so I should start practicing the actual songs for those gigs because I do have obligations for that. But I've been picking it up more for just fun, and man, I'm getting better without kicking my ass and trying so hard every day. I'm finding I'm becoming a better player. So you do the same. I'll see you next video. Like and subscribe. I got to start remembering that. Or maybe I won't. You know what? You know what you do. You know what to do. If you like it and you want to see more of it, you know what to do. Why do we have to keep reminding you, right? The stuff I like, I hit subscribe. I like it right away. I comment sometimes. I forgot. I'm not going to even ask anymore. Maybe I'll take that part out. All right. Keep it classy. I don't even know if this is any good. Is this any good?